up, bugs? It's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know moi. Or if you've been with me for a while and I haven't heard from you for a minute, please drop a line. I would love a chance to be able to hear from you again. And if you feel like the videos just give you that good zen, that good vibe that you truly needed, go ahead, give a thumbs up and share. It'll be greatly appreciated. And you know, sending so much love and light towards everybody. You know, you've been going through these energetic drains. You know, you've been purging, cutting cords. You really understanding, you know, letting go what no longer serves you. I'm sending so many beautiful blessings and love your way. You know, the energy, it can be really draining. You know, you're like, man, I'm trying to get it through the day and just uplift, you know. So I'm sending that towards you a million times fold. You know, this is, you know, send that back towards you. You know, in every way. You know, and anybody who's coming in with nefarious vibes, as always, you know, hey, if it's not godly, if it's only self-serving you, or if it's anything that is just trying to deter me from being the best version of myself or creating the best version of myself, I'm turning that a million times forward step. I'm sending healing blessings and calmness and peace towards your way. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you want to know something crazy? You don't understand. When we're going through all these things, it has a beautiful purpose to it. I know, like, Roslynn, you telling me something I already know. You know, you get tired of hearing stuff like that. Who don't? We all get tired of hearing that. Oh, you know, best version. You know, you know, blessings are on the way, and this and this and this and that, and come by y'all, much love and light, and namaste. You know, whatever. You know, and those are the different things that you know, you get tired of hearing. But it's just like when we really step back. You'll understand, you know, dang, you know, if I didn't go through these things, I really would have known how strong I was. I really wouldn't have known what was so important in my life for me to be able to serve my purpose in this way, or be able to go towards the God of this way, being able to understand how to, you know, set boundaries a lot stronger. You know, you may be that person that don't like boundaries because you may feel like it may hurt people's feelings. It don't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. You're not, you know, in your mindset that you are not setting boundaries to hurt anyone, to cause any harm. But this is the safety of self. This is protecting the vessel of self. That is very sacred towards every form in your life. And this is just a lot of times, I really wish they would teach this stuff in school. Meditation, self-care, you know, self-love, you know, self-respect, these different things, you know, putting money up for a rainy day. You know, a lot of these different things they're not, you know, pushing in school, and I really wish they did. And if they are, please let me know, because, you know, it's just like, well, all my kids are, you know, my youngest one is 23. You know, we're getting ready to turn 23 in a couple of months, and my oldest one is almost 30. So, you know, I don't deal with young kids going to school. So it is just like so many different things. It's like, you know, you have that vibe in your head. If I knew then what I knew now, you know, it'll be a lot of different things. But it's just like when I can look back at, you know, all the different stuff that I went through in my life, you know, I don't want to be at that thing where, oh, I wish I would have did this way. Only thing I feel like I really wish I would have done, you know, is like family that I never got a chance to meet. You know, I would have been trying to make sure I could do that. But, you know, on the beautiful side, you know, I still be able to stay in contact with them, since you're having the gift that connects with the people that are on the other side. Or I want to expose my kids to a lot of different things, you know, in my, you know, in the life to where they're making decisions where I wish they wouldn't make, you know, this time being. But, you know I have to understand everything happens the way it happens for a reason. You had to go through certain things for a reason. You know, it helps you love yourself. It helps you strengthen yourself. It makes you believe in yourself a lot more than you were be able to before. You know, especially when you have gone through, you know, you've gone through some stuff. You know, and these are the different things that is taking place, and where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I never really thought I would go through life like this. It would be just different things. You can't keep a job, a regular job. You lost all your friends, your family. You see things. You can't unsee what you have seen. And all these different things, and it'll be just like, you're walking out of the matrix. The veils are just constantly being snatched back and forth. It'll be different things that can't even put wool over your eyes anymore. When you're not spiritually narcoleptic anymore, and then you start seeing things in a different way, and people can tell you, I'm like, okay. It'll be like, okay. It'll be just those things. It's like, oh yeah, you believe this and this and that. I say, you already know, if you're spiritually narcoleptic, I'm not about to have this conversation with you, because you're going to be thinking I'm crazy, and that'll be sounding crazy. But it'll be those different times where I can allow myself to really look back and just say, it's not crazy, but it's an overwhelming vibration to me that is very beautiful in different terms. Even though I went through a dark pattern and a dark patch in my life, it brought me straight to the light of my life, and being able to construct myself in a different way. It's like I God tore down, even enemies, whatever, they done tore down everything that was no longer serving me in my life, to where I can walk in my truth and be okay about walking in my truth. There's a lot of people that may not understand me, but then there'll be people like, Roslynn, you are speaking my language. You are preaching. I'm like, no, I don't be preaching. I just be speaking. I've been guided to speak on these different things, and being able to say that, just to be able to let people know you're not alone on this vibe. There will be different times where people just don't understand you. You be speaking things and be like, are you okay? Are you a 5150? I mean, do we need to put you in a... No, you don't. I'm wide awake. I am woker than woke. And these different things, and nobody can't pull a wool over my eyes. This is my truth, and I'm going to stand in it. If you don't like it, you can go that way. And there'll be those different times where you're going to understand, what? I'm glad I went through this. It'll let me know, I understand my purpose, and let me know the strength within my purpose to not give up on myself, to keep going, keep moving, keep thriving, keep thriving on top of thriving. I almost said surviving. I'm like, no, we're not going to be in that survival mode. We're not existing. We are experiencing. We're living. These are those times, because there'll be a lot of times it's scary that we have been in our vibes where we have, you're shifting those gears to get out of survival mode. Now you're allowing yourself to live. I have to experience. I have to love. Sometimes I have to be hurt. Certain things are worth me getting hurt for me to be able to understand what I need to let go of and what do I need to embrace. Even embrace the hurt that you went through. Then you'll be able to allow yourself to know, okay, maybe these are the different things that I really do not need to be invested in, or these are the things that I have to make peace with and cut ties with and move forward within my life, and being able to be grateful for those things. It's not easy to be able to go through it, but I'd rather for me to go through experiences not easy to move through than be in a situation where I'm no longer needy and I'm suffering and struggling in a situation that, I don't wear my welcome out at. So it'll be those different things. It's just like, wow, how life has really changed a lot for me. And I know a lot of people can say that life has really changed a lot for me. I've been, through these different things where I had different addictions. I was living through life where I was self-medicating through the pain instead of allowing myself to really go through it and understand why I had to go through this, and being able to understand why I had to let go, and be able to understand why I had to overcome, And those are the different things, and being able to stand in my truth and be honest about it. There'll be a lot of times where people don't want to be, saying, oh, I was addicted to this, or I used to hurt, this and, those things. I mean, that's not something very, that's not something there'll be, tea and coffee table talk or anything like that. But being able to show people, hey, everybody has a dark moment. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people that have a dark moment, and everybody has a way of dealing with grief. And grief doesn't always have to be the death of a loved one, but it can be a grief of a death of a chapter in your life that's no longer needed. I feel that way. We're all grieving towards that point where you're letting go of that old person that's no longer existing, for you to be able to stand strong in the person that you were always supposed to be. You just had to go through those experiences and to go through constant shifts into your life to be able to understand, this is not where I need to be. This is where I need to not go at. These are the different things do I need to not deal with anymore. And it'll be different times where, even if you're needing that sign to say, is things really changing in my life? Look at the interest that you have. Look at the interest you have. I can put on scary movies that anybody who really knows me like they know me, they will know I love scary movies. I love crime, crime shows and crime channels and stuff like that. And certain things, I will put it on. Next thing I'll start reading the book. And I'll be just looking up, or, I'll be watching a horror movie. Next thing I'll be like, ugh, okay, I can't watch this anymore. Because it's like, now I start feeling this stuff. And I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. God, dog. And be those different things. And you'll start noticing your interests will start changing in the different things that you want to watch. Just like I forgot what video I was talking about the other day, where I said I couldn't even really watch crime TikTok anymore. I love the scary ones, or the ones with Mod Tricka and Dre. I forgot that guy's name. God, dog, I remember I wrote it down, Dre OG or something like that. I like their channels, and because these are the different things that are like mine, and I'm like, oh wow, different things where they talk about different things that's going over on the overseas and stuff like that, where they're running out of water, or different things that's taking place over there, or different things that you're seeing, like you're seeing mermaids and stuff like that, or whatever, or sirens. I'm like, oh, that's a siren, that's something that's hollering back at you and stuff like that. That sounds like some X-File type stuff, but hey, I digress. It'd be different things like that where it really challenges my mind, and I like stuff like that. I sound like my older sister, and she used to always tell me, you need to wake up, and I said, I'm talking to you right now, I'm not asleep. And she used to tell me I'm sleeping and I need to stop being asleep. And I'm like, I don't sleep talk. If I do, I don't know unless y'all tell me. But I don't sleep talk. And she used to bust out laughing. She's like, when you get older, you'll understand what I'm talking about, but you need to wake up. Because she always used to teach me stuff about Notre Dame and stuff. And that mess used to freak me out. My mom was like, stop telling her stuff like that. She ain't ready for stuff like that. And not realizing my mom and my sister were empaths. And they were trying to really get me to open up like that. And, they knew I was like that, but I just didn't know. But it'll be those different things where you're starting to notice that your conversations with people, you already know if you're talking to people that are very closed-minded and don't want to think outside the box of the different things that are going on in the world. They'll lose interest. They start rolling their eyes. They'll be looking at you like, what the hell are they talking about? Different stuff like that. But it's like, you want to know something crazy. It's like, it's good that we can be able to step outside the box. Being able to live freely. Now, if other people want to live in that way, it's okay. Long as it's not you're not holding yourself down. You're not watering yourself down. It'll be different times you may have watered yourself down. And now we're getting to that point where if people can't take me 150 million proof, this is not something you need to be drinking. Because I'm like all shot, no chaser. I ain't got no chaser on mine. I said I want you to be able to take this 150 million proof. That'll be something that'll put some hair on your chest. It'll be stuff like that. Or it'll be different times where you're going to say no means no. I'm not going to have to explain that to you unless it's not my boss or my parents and stuff like that. I shouldn't have to explain that to you. No means no. If I tell you that I put this barrier up, and then you'll be different times where you're going to understand why you put that fence up, and then you're going to understand why you need to leave it up at times. Certain times there'll be certain things that you're going to test the waters at times. We're like that, and you'll end up taking that fence down, and then there'll be certain individuals or certain energies or certain situations will understand. Now you see why I told you to leave that fence up, and you like duly noted. Okay, let me allow myself to do that. And you're learning from those lessons that you went through. And a lot of times we have to go through repetitive cycles just to really get it down. And a lot of times, like, why do I keep allowing myself to go through this? And this is that time where we really have to add discipline. We really need to add discipline, and different things where you're not trying to have negative thoughts. You're allowing yourself to speak and act speak and respond, not react. We don't want to react to anything. Speak and respond through logic, not emotions, because when we start working through emotions, that can really get dangerous. You're not really trying to allow yourself to do that, and sometimes you can get to that point where you fed up. But a lot of times we'll be asking God for protection, and you're always protected. But these are those different times God will put you in that forefront just to be able to show you. Now, you don't went through these certain situations for a long period of time. It should be at that point where you should know exactly what to do. But I'm going to go ahead and bring these people back into your life. I'm going to go ahead, but you got to also understand the history is always going to repeat itself. So we need to know if you've really been studying. Life is going to test you. And these are those times where you want to show what's up. I study. And it'll be those different things. There's a lot of times where silence is the most deadliest daggone weapon you can have. Is being silent. And just being able to, not everything needs your response. And a lot of times, your silence is your response. And you're meaning business. It would be different times where, you would want to have a conversation with people, but if it can't be on that vibe that you're projecting out or you would like to reciprocate, there'll be a lot of times where, this is not going to be a conversation, this is going to be an argument, or this is going to be something that's going to be very combative, and I don't want to waste my energy on that. So I'll just go ahead and allow myself to, okay, and just walk away. And those are the different things that goes on into your life, or you're going to understand where, there'll be different times where it could be somebody totally out in a stranger. It could be different people that want to cut you off in traffic, or it could be somebody who's very rude in the store. And there'll be times like, man, this is not my day. This is not that day. It's not that. And then there'll be have this time you got to breathe, think of something positive, or even think about something funny and bust out laughing and keep going. I had to say this to one of my my little bugs the other day, and I had to be able to tell them, there'll be different times where people that you don't even know out there in the world, because I'm telling you, I said, when you are going through that ascension and you're going through something, you have to understand your vibes. People can be very triggering. I tell you, you're a walking blessing, you're a walking karma, and you're like a trigger detector. You can do that, especially if you're a Heyoka and you're really learning about yourself. You're going through things to get through things to to be able to get on that vibe of understanding yourself. To be able to understand the world, it's just like you have to understand yourself. You know how you work, you know how you react. If y'all see, all that smoke is from my incense. I put it right here so it can keep all that vibe out of there that I am not trying to deal with. But anyways, you're going through these different things, and I tell people there's sometimes people will leave themselves wide open, and it will show you that their vibe is not messing with yours, and they will go all the way out their way to trigger you. And that'll be that time where you have to just smile and walk away. And just be able to know if they want to keep persisting that, take all that energy that they're giving to you, transmute that, and put it into that positivity and rein it back. Or that can be that when it's a little bit too much, you can take what you need and give the rest of it back and make sure you are not giving your power away. And okay, you're having a bad day. All right, God bless, have a good day. And that has to be one of those vibes that you have to be able to have. Like you're learning that. And a lot of times God will just put that situation right dead smack in front of you just to see if you're going to learn from those different things. And that'll be at that time when you finally get to that point and you're proud of yourself. Because there are many times I had, girl, I'm so proud of you. Because back in the day you used to do. And now it's like when you're going through something like that, you can rewind. It's like you remember, because there's a lot of times like, man, things ain't changing for me. Things is just doing this and things is doing that. And a lot of times we have to be able to understand we're in a situation not for us to be able to change it, not for us to be able to heal people, because that's not our job. We have to give we're giving a seal stamp of a seed. Here's your seed. You can water it, you can manifest it, you can talk to it. It's just like you giving them a plant. This is a plant that you need to grow, and it's going to become beautiful. But this is the plant of your very own. But you have to be able to you do what you want to do with it. I'm doing what I want to do with mine, but you can't do that. And a lot of times we have this thing where we're empath, where we feel like we have to heal somebody. We have to guide them to this. You can give them guidance, but it's just like a horse. You can lead it to water all you want to. That don't mean it's, they ain't gonna mean they're gonna drink it or anything. You have to be able to get to that point where, hey, hey, that's up to you to be able to do that. But, it'll be those different things that you can really, truly appreciate. Those craziness that you go through, because it can make so much sense to you towards the end. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. And thank you so much for the subscribes, or the subscription. Me getting it reacquainted with my soul fam. Even when we haven't met on this era, it's just being reacquainted. We've all been in each other's lives. We just played different titles. So, it's good to be able to reunite with y'all. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to my sister from another mister. And please go over there and say what's up to her. She been dropping, a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and leave her link in the video when I go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and leave her link in the video. And if I don't, sis, please drop a line if you watch this video. And I'm going to send them straight over there to you. She does tarot too. She's really good. And her name is Dragon Queen Tarot 6415. She's been with me for a good minute. And just thank you for dropping a line. And Jeremy Hodge 2616. Thank you for subbing with me. Welcome to the fam. Lucid _ 747. Much love to you as well. And Andreas Alvarez, much love to you as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please drop a line, subscribe, give a thumbs up, share. It'll be greatly appreciated. If you've been with me for a while, drop a line. If you have a channel, please, if I already know you and you have a channel, or you're just new to the thing, you're new to my channel or whatever, and you have one, please drop it down. I would love to be able to, go over there and show you support as well. If I have not got to yet, please forgive me. I'm doing it like 11 things at one daggone time, so I'm gonna be able to get back to you. But yeah, thank you for the support, and we're gonna go ahead and keep on keeping that cycle up on doing that with each other. And please, even through social distancing, give out love, light, vibes, words, frequencies, that can really take somebody a long way. And just because you're doing that with positive intent, it's going to take you even further. Please be safe and responsible at every single thing that you do. Much love. I really appreciate all that y'all are doing to support my channel. Is really truly appreciating. And much love. Namaste. God bless. Shalom. I say what else? What is it? I say shalom, God bless, and just peace. Talk to you soon, or you'll talk to me soon. Whatever.